Now the electrostatic shielding, the definition, it is the phenomenon of protecting or shielding. It is another name of it is a certain region of space, or you can say certain region or space from external electric field. So just to protect a place or any region from electric field, so that anything can be kept over there which should be out of electric field. So it was first designed by Faraday. He named his device or equipment as Faraday cage. It was just like a cage, somewhat like this, and here this was metallic, and here the insulator one at the lower base, and it was grounded. So whenever charges were given, it was coming out, and this particular zone, the covered zone, was protected from external influence or the field. So that is why the name so, and the same phenomena is being utilized to protect any region from electric field. Now we consider a conductor with cavity here with no charges inside the cavity. It means inside we are not placing any charge. That is what condition. This is the conductor, here this is the cavity. Okay, so it is no metal zone. So when the conductor is either charged or charges are induced on a neutral conductor by an external field, all charges must reside on the outer surface of the conductor with cavity. So whatsoever charges we are going to give, or somehow it generated non-neutral conductor, all charges must go outside. But the condition is there should not be any charge here. Then this particular zone, the cavity will be protected from external influence of the field. Here that is shown, E is 0. Sigma here inside the surface charge density is 0. Potential is constant, and here it is same as that of this potential. So that is what you note down, copy. Thus the conclusion of the whole scenario. Here this is the conclusion, what you have noted down as well for your purpose. Whatever be the charges and the field configuration outside of the conductor, any cavity in a conductor remains shielded from outside external influence. So whatever charge you are giving or the field configuration you are generating, this field is protected from external electrical influence. That's the conclusion. Or you can conclusion write the field inside the cavity is always 0. So whatsoever case, the field inside will always be 0. This phenomenon is called electrostatic shielding. So what we see, this is the definition, the explanation with the figure, condition is this, and the conclusion is here. So you will note down. Now the usage of electrostatic shielding, it is to protect the sensitive instrument from outside external influence. The example at home is stabilizer, that is in metal covering or cabinet. CPU, that is also in metal cabinet, of metal cabinet, that is just to protect the equipment used inside. So, or it is to keep free from external influence. One question is given to you, it is safe to be inside the car, there is thundering or lightning, you can say, give region. It is based on this principle, the principle behind this is the electrostatic shielding. You have to write properly. Now the important electrostatic properties of conductors, what we have read, and these 4 figures are given in NCERT as well. First is E0, rho 0, uncharged conductor, surface charge is 0, no net charge inside or on the surface, or in here volume charge density means throughout the volume. Electric field 0 inside, electrostatic, what you will say. Here also potential constant at surface as well as inside, that we had proved. And here equals 0 inside, we had all done. This just out of the surface, just outside the surface of any charge conductor, electric field is this much, we had already done this as well. Here also somehow the charge it is kept in electric field inside the cavity, the electric field is 0, surface charge density here is 0, it means no charge is there inside, all the charge must go outside or rearranged in such a way that net electric field must be 0 inside. So these are the properties of the electrostatics of conductor, and this is the last topic or part of this to finish. NCERT problem number 2.20. Two charge conducting spheres of radii A and B. One radius is of the sphere A another say, I'm taking a little bit different, say B. These two are connected each other by a wire. What is the ratio of the electric field at the surface of the two spheres? Two charged conducting spheres are there. So it's quite obvious here. Say it has Q1 and in the very beginning this one here is having Q2. So instead of that I'm taking R1, R2, that would be better. So just prefixes, so it would be easy to solve and clear if we subscript R1, R2. And what is the ratio of the electric fields at the surface of a two sphere? So if it is so, whenever these two are connected, then the potential of first equal to potential of second. They are going to equalize by transferring charge from one to another. So Q1 plus Q2, the initial, is equal to Q1 final plus Q2 final. This condition is going to be taking place. The potential is going to equalize. We do not know from here to here the charge is going or from here to here. It is not the charge amount of size, that is the potential ultimately matters. So potential, what is potential? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by R1 for this, and this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 for second one. So these two cancelled out. So from here Q1 by Q2 is equal to R1 by R2. So this is the relation between these two. So what you see, Q proportional to R, a body of large radius will be having more charge. Okay. So first part. Now what is the electric field? So electric field, say E1 is equal to K into Q1 by R1 square. E2, that is K into Q2 by R2 square. You have to find out the ratio of the electric fields. So divided these two, so E1 by E2 is equal to, you have Q1 by Q2 into R2 square by R1 square. Now you have the relation of Q1 and Q2. So Q1 by Q2 you can put, that is R1 by R2. So this is R1 by R2 into R2 by R1 the whole square. So finally E1 by E2 is equal to R2 by R1. So this is what we have. Here E is proportional to 1 by R. Second case. The third part is also there. Use the result obtained to explain why the charge density on the sharp and pointed ends of a conductor is higher than on flatter one. So charge density, you know, if we are taking sphere, then charge density, surface charge density, charge per unit area. So for first is Q1 by 4 pi R1 square, and sigma 2 on second the charge density is Q2 by 4 pi R2 square. So this is sigma 1 by sigma 2, that is equal to Q1 by Q2, and this is R2 square by R1 square. So that is what you are getting. On substituting the value of Q1 by Q2, that is R1 by R2 into R2 square by R1 square. So this gives sigma 1 by sigma 2 is R2 by R1. So from here sigma proportional to 1 by R. So for pointed ends, R becomes less. So it's quite obvious sigma is high than the flatter one, and that is what the answer is, third part. Now earthing of a conductor. This is a topic which is very important. Earthing is related with the earth. If any body is said to be earthed or grounded, it simply means it is connected to a metal which is buried inside the earth or well below the earth, and a wire is taken out. Actually, this wire is connected to the socket what we are having at our home in electrical board, switchboard. One big socket pin hole is there and two small holes are there. One is live, another is neutral, and this one is earth. So this earthing is connected, this wire is connected somewhere here. Actually, whenever you are using any particular electrical equipment or gadgets at home, the two wires are connected to get the supply or energy from the substations, and third pin carries a wire which is connected to the body of the gadget, like refrigerator, even stabilizer, electric iron. The reason is, by mistake or any fault, if any wire, either mainly live wire, is coming in connection to the body somehow, then the charges so developed over the body should be grounded from here. It is inside the earth, should be grounded, and in case of absence of this wire, by mistake, if this wire or live wire comes in contact with the body of the equipment or gadget, and any person touches this, he or she may get shock. So just to avoid the shock and its effect, this particular body is grounded. Earth is assumed to be uncharged or at zero potential, but actually its surface is at 1 nanocoulomb per meter square charge. Surface, though it is negative, but it is assumed to be almost zero. If any charged body, either positive or negative, is earthed or grounded, then excess charge will flow to ground, and in case of deficiency, something will come to get the zero potential. Actually, earth is just like an ocean. From ocean, if you are taking one drop out or you are giving one drop, there is no such change in the water level. In the same way, if some charge is given to earth and some charge is taken out, almost it has no change in potential. It remains over there at zero potential. So that is why it is a better option for us to use it as earthing, and whatever charge given, it is going to collect. An extra charge, if it is required somewhere, it is going to taken out somehow a little. But proper conducting part should be there. That is why whenever any metal is buried inside, that portion is generally kept moist, or some water is kept over there. That is technical job, so we need not go in such detail. So for earthing, only one thing we have to consider, that whenever any body is either earthed or connected to earthing wire, the excess charge will go to ground, and or to bring the body at 0 volt. Now let us try to understand some more facts of it. Earthing of a conductor, though this is directly not written in the syllabus, but one should know to go through and solve some numericals. What is earthing? First of all, it is a process in which a thick metal plate buried at certain depth inside the earth. So here earth is there, at certain depth a metallic plate is kept inside, and a thick copper wire is drawn from it. A thick copper wire is drawn, taken out, and the surrounding area should be moist, and connected third and bigger hole of the socket on the switchboard. Even it go to the point where meter is fixed. So this is going to meter point, even the switchboard, and this is, suppose socket is used where you are going to insert plugs for connection. This is bigger hole, 2 smaller holes are there. 2 more wires are coming from the supply division, and that is, these wires are for live and neutral. So this side is live, this side neutral, and this one is earth. Earth is, this wire is going to be connected here. From here, the third plug pin is going to be connected to the body of the equipment what you are using, and from here 2 points for the energy supply. This is connected to body and this. The neutral is here, live is also connected. These two are for power supply, and earth is connected to the body just to prevent us, protect us from the shock. And this is grounded. Whenever we are connecting the body of the equipment, and if it is somehow by mistake or somehow it is connected to the live, where the charge will directly go to the earth without coming to us. The symbol for earthing is this. Wherever we are going to connect, it is this. Earth is a good conductor and its potential is taken as to be zero. So potential of earth is zero. Even some charge is going, some charge is taken out, so it is assumed to be of infinite value of zero potential. So whether if you are going some charges, potential remains same, and if it is, so you can say infinite source, infinite sink, no problem at all, but potential remains zero. Its surface is actually at negative potential. It's, or I saw somewhere, so I had written just -1 nanocoulomb per meter square. It is not measured somehow, it is noted down from somewhere. When any body is connected to earth, its potential becomes zero. Here a body is given to you, you are connecting it, so that is what you have. So that is coming to zero potential. This data is of no need, -1 nanocoulomb per meter square. That is data, standard data noted from somewhere, so it is the practical one what is measured. Sixth and last, if the body is at some certain potential, then either the charges will flow from the earth to body or from body to earth to acquire zero potential. Suppose body is having certain potential, and if it is say some heating and it is connected to earth, then if it is at higher potential, then charges will, this positive charge will flow to earth. It is better to say electron will come to body to neutralize this, or somehow to make the potential zero. Or if it is less potential, charge is given, and if it is high potential, it is going to ground. Some numerical we are also going to see by solving after this. So let's try to see some of the numericals. Numerical on that point, the constant potential condition. Here, two concentric conducting cells of radius A and B. Outer is given charge Q and inner is neutral. This is outer, charge Q is given. Inner one is neutral, it means it has no charge given. If inner is grounded, find charge flow from the inner cell. If inner is grounded, how the charge will flow? Let us try to see. It means when A is grounded, Q from A to ground, what it will be? This is the question. Now if A is grounded, means potential of A is 0. So we can say when A is grounded, potential of A is equal to 0. We know the potential of A is due in two ways. Potential of A due to A plus potential of A due to B has to be 0. Now if A is having charge, say on grounding is QA. Let us assume Q is getting charge QA somehow. So the potential of A due to itself, what is that? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, or simply Q you use. In both the cases we are getting same constant, we are taking outside. So this is QA divided by A. Potential of A due to B. What is the potential of B? That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by the radius of this. So this is what QB divided by B. That is equal to 0. So finally from here what we shall have is QA by A plus QB by B equal to 0. So from here QA is equal to minus A by B into QB. So this is the charge A gets after sorting with or grounding. So this charge it acquires. So it means even if it is going to these two charges are separated by induction or somehow, then charge from A to ground is just opposite to this, so positive is going to ground, or you can say this is negative. So is plus A by B into UB. In other words, you can say either you can say this particular positive charge is going to ground, or you can say this much charge negative is coming from ground. This charge, negative charge are mobile charge carriers, so in that case we can say this negative charge, the body in this particular body acquires from ground. That is what the answer is. Here we have to see what is the potential of A when B is grounded. Initially the potential of A and B was given. This is outer is was at VB and this was at VA, initial potential. So we know that the potential difference between the two, what is the potential of A when B is grounded? We know the potential difference between the two is function of the charge on the inner sphere. We had proved it once. So let VA final and VB final be the potentials of A and B after grounding B. So we shall have the difference in potential always remains same, because there is no such effect of charge, effect on A as far as charge is concerned. If it has some charge, let it be as it is, whatsoever, Q or whatsoever. So the potential difference VA final minus VB final is equal to potential of potential of A minus potential of B, which was the initial one, and these two are function of charge on A. And since charge of A is not affected by grounding this one, so there is no such change in potential difference even before connecting this and after connecting this to ground. Here when B is connected to ground, when B is grounded, then we can write VBF is equal to 0. So our equation becomes VAF minus 0 is equal to VA minus VB. So VAF equal to VA minus VB. So initial potentials are given to you, VA and VB. So by simply taking the difference, you can find out the final potential of A, and final potential of B, you know, that is to be grounded, so it is 0. One more numerical. A charge Q is distributed uniformly on the surface of a solid sphere of radius A. Any solid sphere is there, its radius is A. Next part is in this, it is enclosed by a concentric hollow sphere of radius B. A hollow sphere, common center, it is enclosing this small sphere, and the bigger sphere is having radius B greater than A. Find the charge on the, here this charge Q is here. So find the charge on the inner and outer surface. Here let the inner surface Qi and outer surface Qo. If it is grounded, inner and outer surface of a hollow sphere, if it is grounded, it is done. Now what we do, if we draw the Gaussian volume or passing through this sphere having common center or concentric passing through the middle, we know the Q enclosed must be 0 for a metal as per the property what we have read. So net Q enclosed here inside the metal, if you draw through this, only these two charges are inside that particular sphere. So Q enclosed is 0, and here Q enclosed is sum of these two. So this is Qi plus Q is equal to 0. So Qi is equal to minus Q. So it is just negative, this charge is just negative of this. So this is equal to minus Q. First part is over. Second, this was the first part. Second part, outer surface. Now this particular sphere is grounded. So it's quite obvious the potential of this outer surface must be, hollow sphere must be 0. So V outer must be 0 as it is grounded as per a property of earthing. So the potential of this is due to all the three charges. So potential of this due to Q naught on this, plus potential of outer surface due to Qi, plus potential of outer surface due to Q is equal to 0. Now potential for Coulombic constant is common, so we are going to take it out, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. For Q naught, this Q naught is on the surface, no this problem at all, at the surface and inside potential remains constant due to this. So this is equal to Q naught divided by the radius of the same sphere plus Qi. You know Qi is equal to minus Q. So potentially once again, it is inside of it. So we can say it is assumed to be at the center. So for that charge minus Q at the center, the potential at outer surface is minus Q divided by B. Last, potential of O outer surface due to Q. Q is here. So this is, for this it is assumed to be at the center. For this is the potential Q by B. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by B 0. These two are cancelled out. So from this term is going to be 0. This particular product. So from here we are getting Q naught equal to 0. So there is no such charge on the outer surface when it is grounded. So that is the answer of the second part of the question. The extension of the first question, what we have done here, will the answer change when outer sphere is of appreciable thickness? We have done this. So this outer has some thickness. So let us try to redraw it again. Here this is the inner one, the radius A, the outer one is redrawn with some certain thickness. Here this is the thickness of the metal of the outer cell. It is having inner radius say B1 and outer radius it is B2. And here it was Q, it's quite obvious here minus Q, the outer one is Q naught, it is grounded. Rest remains same, only the radius changing. If this point is grounded, it means the potential of this is 0. If the potential of this is 0, then at any point even inside the metal, say at point P, the potential will be 0 due to all the charges, say at a distance r from center O. So potential of P is 0. Potential of P 0, so potential of P due to Q naught plus potential of P due to minus Q plus potential of P due to Q is equal to, this is Q naught, this is minus Q, this is Q. So Q naught minus Q, Q. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught constant for all. For Q naught, whatsoever potential surface, the same is inside. So Q naught divided by distance from here, that is V2. So Q naught divided by V2. For minus Q charge, it is less than this. So it is inside, assumed to be a center. So minus Q divided by the distance R. This is minus Q divided by R. Plus, for this charge Q, it is assumed to be a center. So this is plus Q by R is equal to 0. So these two are cancelled out. So finally this is 0. So from here this is going to give Q naught to be 0. So there is no change in answer. Both are same what you see.